Musses stand in front of the mirror for 10 hours. Every night they don't dare to close their eyes. Even when they are exhausted, their faces must stay completely calm, not the slightest sign of panic, because outside there's a pack of mysterious alien creatures. The monsters gather at the mirror, copying their every move. If anyone dares to resist, the creatures will rip them apart. Once a man tried to escape this haunted forest, but no matter which way he ran, he always ended up right back where he started. And at night, the monsters swarmed out. They tracked him by scent and tore him to shreds. But Mary refused to live like this. She was done with the fear, yet every time she tried to act, she was stopped by an old woman full of experience. Because that woman had survived here for 20 years. She knew exactly how ruthless the monsters could be. Once they were provoked, everyone would be slaughtered, so Mary only pretended to agree. But whenever it was time to go gather food, she quietly marked the trees before heading back. At night, she stood before the mirror, posing to keep the monsters satisfied. After countless days and nights of testing, Mary finally mapped the forest in her mind. And on this day, she dashed out of the hut with a bird in hand. But to her surprise, the old woman didn't try to stop her. That alone made Mary suspicious, so she followed her markings, running hard to escape before nightfall. She ran endlessly until a clearing opened before her. A massive mountain range stretched into the clouds. That's when Mary realized, even if she ran until her legs gave out, she could never escape in just one day. Hopelessness filled her chest, and right then, the old woman suddenly appeared behind her. Mary had no choice but to turn back. After this failed attempt, she slowly accepted the fact of being trapped. She began to follow the rules without protest, but during one trip for food, she was paired with the youngest Mike. Along the way, Mike kept grumbling about the old woman, always barking orders like she owned them. Mary saw an opportunity and came up with a plan. She also started talking bad about the old woman. Gaining Mike's trust, she finally shared a bold idea. They had never actually seen the monsters. Maybe it was all a lie created by the old woman. Mike's eyes lit up at the thought. So driven by curiosity, they snuck to the place where the monsters supposedly hid. In front of the dark and eerie cave, Mike felt no fear at all. On the contrary, he was thrilled. Eventually, they decided to take the risk. Mike tugged on the rope at the cave's entrance. Mary leaned over and peered into the depths. She climbed down carefully, making it all the way without trouble. When she finally reached the bottom, she was stunned to find it completely empty. No monsters in sight. Instead, human tools were scattered everywhere. Mary didn't hesitate. She picked out a few useful things, tying them to the rope and hauling them up. Even after gathering some supplies, she wasn't satisfied and wanted to go deeper. But just then, a strange sound echoed from the cave. Mary called out to Mike. A twisted hand slowly reached out from the shadows.